Hi, welcome back to C Programming. I'm your Dr. Vasu. Here you can find other interesting topics as well along with the C Programming. Do subscribe the channel and get alerts. Sharing all the programs in the respective videos in the description section, you can find them. So if you like this video, do hit the like button. Next, let's start with the structures here today. So we have seen the arrays earlier. The arrays are group of elements of the same type. They carry, suppose if you have taken numbers, all the numbers only are carried with that. If you take names, only the names. But here, the structures are different. A structure is one which carries or a group of different types of related variables. Suppose you take a student. He has he's studying in a school. So starting with his register number, name, marks, so and so different types of data related to that particular student can be put together, and that is called a structure. So they contain different data types because the register number is different, name is different, right? Marks are different, like that. So sometimes we call them as records, okay? And grouping of elements takes place here in the structure. Example, if you take the student's information, as we have discussed, and it may carry the register number, name, marks of subject 1, marks of subject 2, 3, total, average. Coming to this one, each is a different data type. It may be in number, right? It's a characters, right? String, marks, integers, maybe mostly integers, here marks, and coming to the total integers, coming to the average, it carries maybe float. So other example is employee information. Suppose if you have an organization, in that if you want to have the information of all the employees, then you can have the employee number, his name, joining date, his promotion date, etc., etc. All this data are put together. We call it a structure. So it may be a date. Suppose you want to have it can carry date, month, and year. So like this, a group of elements are put together and is called a structure. So here, a date may be carrying different types of data like this, right? So here, like that. So if you see the example, so the student's information can carry the data like this, right? Starting float, integers, characters, right? Integer values. So employee information, similar. So here it's not integers even, right? It's a characters, right? Characters and the numbers put together, characters here, right? And these are all character strings and a date, integer values, and integer or maybe sometimes float values also. Even purchase date is another example. It carries a day, month, and year. So like this, we can see different structures. Let us see how to handle them. Separate variables are logically related and grouped. Information related to a particular student or a particular employee are put together, and these are all logically related, right? So they are all put together. This is called user-defined data type. So far we have seen system-defined data types. They are integer, float, character, like that. But now we are going to see, we ourselves are going to define a data type and going to use them. Let us see. Array is a similar type of elements are there in that array. In a structure, collection of different types of data elements are put together. So coming to this structure, an employee, the definition of a structure is takes place like this. We use a reserved word here, a keyword, struct, to define a structure, struct employee, EMP, for employee maybe. And it consists of say 3 members or fields. We may call them as members or fields. So here, one is employee number, another name, salary. This is an integer, this is a character, this is a float. So the different types of data elements, data types can be handled. Another type of structure, it is a struct and address. This is the address. So here the name, door number, street, area, state, even pin code. All these are different types of data elements, but they're all related, connected somehow logically to this particular person. He has this address and everything. So all this logical data is put together and we call it as a structure. Now, coming to these structures, we have to, these are the various steps involved in the structure. One is define, you have to define the structure, right? And declare the structure variables. Let us see, we will see in detail clearly. And they are all called members, right? And initialize it. We know that initialization with the even variables like integer, float, and character. So initialization should be there. And then accessing, how to handle them, how to use them, right? How to access them. Coming to the define, so we define the structure like this. Struct, a keyword is used to define a date. So in this date, we use these three different elements called members or even fields. So these three put together, we call it as a structure named date. Now, we have to declare. So variables to be declared. We declare integer variables x, y, z, like that. So here also, we have a data type. This is the data type we have defined. Now we are going to use this data type like join x, y, z. We have used different types of integers or variables, some variables. Here also we are going to use this joining date is one, order date is another, purchase date is another. So like this, we are going to use them. Now, how to access it? Accessing is very interesting. Here, you have to use the name of this variable. This is the joining date, okay? And a dot member name, whatever the member inside it, say day. So dot day gives a particular value. Similarly, to access the second member, dot this variable name, dot month is equal to that data. So this dot and the third field should be used. So like this, we use a dot and refer these members here to refer or to access that particular member. So this is the way of accessing, and let us see how to handle them. So define a structure and display its data. We want to a simple structure. We'll take a simple structure and define it and display the data in it. Let's see. Simple program here. You have taken a structure called employee. A keyword is a struct. Only struct should be used, not full structure. A struct. EMP is the basic definition of the structure. And here inside, we have three members or three fields like EMP number, name, and salary. Now, we have to, when you define this, we are defining these three elements here inside. Okay, three fields are defined. Now, coming to this, we have to declare. So, EMP becomes the type of data item. Now we are going to take the variable, that is employee. So the employee is the variable you have taken. And for this, initialization should be there. That is, I want to assign some data to it. Like we have assigned some value, x is equal to 100, or y is equal to 300. Something like that we have assigned for integer variables, float, like that. Similarly, here to this variable called employee, we are assigning or initializing the data here. These three fields are given here. And when you define this data is for this particular variable are assigned like this. That is the to these particular fields or respective fields the data is given. Now, I want to access it. I want to display that. So here for this, in the printf, emp number is equal to this employee dot emp number. The member name should be referred dot emp number. Okay. Similarly, name, employee is the variable and a dot name, the member name, dot name here. Similarly, salary, dot salary is this variable name dot salary. So like this, we'll be using the different fields to display. Let us see, compile this and execute this program. You get the display like this, emp number, the first one, first field, second one, third, like this, because we have declared it as a float, all the decimal places have come here. So this is a basic structure, and we have seen how to define, declare and initialize, right? And use it and display it. Now, suppose we have taken a same EMP type of a same structure we have defined here. And here, for this, once you define this, you are going to start this structure like this. So these are the fields. Okay, fine. Now, we are going to assign we are going to declare these variables. Employee 1. What is this employee 1? Is a variable, one variable like X. And it is something like it may be a float or integer like that. But it is a data type called structure. This is a data type called structure named employee, EMP. So that means it has 3 fields. These 3 fields should be values should be given here. Suppose I have, so this data is stored like this. Now suppose we have another variable called employee 2. For this is also we have to declare and say that this is a particular data type called integer or float or something like that. Here we are defining this as a structure named EMP. So we are declaring and initializing here the values. So the 3 fields are given here. They are stored in the system like this. Now, another variable. So like this, you can take any number of variables, right? And initialize and later use it. Now, display them here. I want to display this first variable, employee 1. All these 3 fields are related to the first one, employee 1, okay, EMP number and name and salary. So all the 3 values related to this particular variable called employee 1. Second, I want to display the second variable also, employee 2. So employee 2 dot all the 3 fields again. 3, employee 3, third variable, and here all the 3 fields named. Now once you define this and compile this and execute, we get the output like this. The first record or first variable displays here like this. First set of data, second set of data, and third set of data are displayed like this. Here in the float, we have taken only 0.2. 0.2, only 2 decimal places are defined. That's why we got only 2 decimal places in the float. So like this, we'll be accessing the structure and even manipulating, or for display purpose here we have used. Okay, now the continuation of these structures, how the data handling will be done later in the next coming video. Hope you had understood this topic very well. If you have any queries or suggestions, please do comment, do subscribe and like, share. Thank you.